Hello fellow dreamers, welcome to another pick a card dream analysis reading. This one is intriguing me already, just the way I was guided to set it up. You can see here with a pick a card, they're giving me themes already. Usually I don't get the theme until we get into your card. So perhaps you fall into one of these groups or maybe multiple groups, but group one, they're already letting me know this is for individuals who are or have a feeling of being chased, or maybe perhaps in your dream you're just kind of always looking over your shoulders or looking back, maybe feeling like you shouldn't proceed, right? Or you're being chased, right? Literally. Group two, you can see here that they're saying this is about being late. I often have these kind of dreams where I feel stuck. I need to get somewhere, but for whatever reason, every door I open kind of delays me more, right? I keep getting pushed back from my end goal. Or perhaps you're arriving in your dream and the scene or the scenario has already ended, right? That kind of feeling. So being late. And then the third group, they're already letting me know this is sort of being alone. So that might be what you, sort of the state you're at in your dream. So you're sort of solo, right? You could be on a solo journey in your dream, or maybe you might be surrounded by a lot of people, but the whole dream you're constantly wanting or desiring to be alone. So that would be your group as well. Now they're also guided me to use my 8 dimensions of self. So this is, so our dreams are probably, there's probably one or maybe a couple areas right now that maybe aren't in alignment. So maybe that's why they're grouping to help focus our alignments here. So we'll use the charms to kind of start us off, and we'll dive into the dreams that way using tarot cards depending on what group. And then the last thing I'm going to say before I jump in here is I do like a weekend like solo dance break, you know, just puts me in a good mood, shake off everything from the week. And the last song before I set all this up, or I was listening to it while I was setting all this up with the energies, was Sweet Dreams by Eurythmics. And I stopped working on tuning in here, and they pulled my attention back to the song at the part of the song where it says, hold your head up, keep your head up. And those lyrics repeat for a while. It's like, hold your head up, keep your head up, hold your head up, keep your head up. So they definitely want me to push that message to all of you. So motivational, optimism, right? Positivity. And the song as a whole, listening to the lyrics as a whole, it's about external influences on you, right? Outer influences, other people's free will, and how it's kind of crossing or maybe interfering in your path or in one of these areas. So there might be a message in there as well. So trying to get everything out that I felt this week as we dived into dreams. I did take a pause, so maybe that's why we're going a little bit more in depth here. It's a little bit richer of a dream analysis because more time has passed here. So if you do need additional time to tune in and see which area to think back over the last couple weeks, 3 weeks, what's sort of the main theme that you were feeling that kind of sticks out in your mind from your dreams. Otherwise, I am an organic reader, so I'm just going to go ahead and put these ones aside. So we'll get into groups 2 and 3 next. And I timestamp below if you want to jump ahead to those two. These cards are sideways actually into those two other groups. Okay, so group 1, being chased, or just the sensation or the action of constantly looking back. You know, maybe you were just driving and you were always kind of checking over your shoulder, checking your rear view, even though the whole time in your dream you were moving forward. So there's like this looking back. So maybe the past is affecting you all. Okay, so we'll get the charms first, otherwise I don't know where the cards are going. Okay, so we'll see what, oh, we got movement right away. Okay. So emotions. I was like, I wonder what dimension you'll be in. So emotional state, or, you know, others, again, it's outer influences. So others' actions, other words, other people's words, actions, or inactions might be triggering your emotions or bringing up past emotions. I'm still pausing because they're definitely digging here still for something else, another charm. Okay, feels like they got it. Okay, so we're in these two quadrants. So let me just do the cleanup here, what they're discarding. Oh, actually 3. I didn't notice. Imagination. Okay, physical body, some good favor here. We're sitting right on sickness, so maybe some of you are in not just physical healing, because we have the she shell here, white and purple, so this could be spiritual healing as well. Your hope, your faith, your trust, right, in others may have been dinged, hurt lately, because we have emotions, but we have good favor here. And then we've got my lucky elephant right next to a beautiful golden idea you have here, golden opportunity. Just gonna double check. Yeah, I thought that was a different color. Did not feel right the other way. I'll move the bowl just in case I need room for cards, since there's 3 groups of charms here, three dimensions for the being chased group. Now, in the intro, I talked about maybe you were driving a car or in a vehicle, and here we have our little courier bike, little motorbike. So maybe you were maybe you watched an action flick, or were watching more content this week that was kind of action-oriented, and so you were joining into that energy as you were sleeping. Or the angels tapped into that for you. Okay, so being chased. I'm just going to take timestamp and we'll get into it. Look at the cards you have. Being chased. We've got the stallion here on fire, right? Like a hot rod. A motorbike, the action movies that I was just talking about. Maybe you're watching a lot of action content lately before your head hitting the pillow. So we've got you moving forward, but I don't read this right now as flames. This is more, I feel like the stallion here is shedding its skin as it's running towards the sun, right? A golden opportunity here, a golden future, a possibility, and leaving this darkness here, this troubled time, this troubled period, maybe a delay or a challenge that was in your way, but you've freed yourself here of it. Maybe you're concerned that you haven't, right? Because I kept saying that. I feel like you're looking over your shoulder, checking your mirrors as you're running forward, a bit nervous that you're not putting distance between you and this element in the past here. Whatever it is, they are confirming, though, it is behind you. Like, you've put it behind you. You've moved on. I shouldn't just say it's behind you, because that's what you're worried about. Okay, where do we want to start? I'm going to come down to our physical body here. This was another area that I was drawn to right away in the intro. So, not necessarily just a physical ailment that might be, affecting you now, draining you now, keeping you from moving forward in life at a pace or a momentum that you're more used to, right? Maybe you've slowed down a bit, so you're recovering from a broken leg, right? Something that horses recover from. But there's also a recovery in your faith, self-belief, trust system here, your hope, right? If you've gone through a troubling time or a forward, backward kind of yo-yo period, that would sort of harm and make us question, right? But you're recovering here because there's good favor, there's good luck. So you are in a recovery period. There's opportunity to move forward, and like I said, the shedding of the skin here, so the full healing, the moving forward and running away from it, not seeing that flare up or that condition, moving forward from it, going back to your strong physical, emotional, spiritual self. Okay, so we have your soul here, the big large rabbit with the moon. So here you are conferring with your soul probably about this, right? So your soul coming in to help reinvigorate your hope and your spiritual faith and your self-belief that, you know, I can do this, I can get through this. I also love that the soul has brought in your crystal white bubble of protection. So if you're someone who is spiritual, if you are feeling a little down or struggling a little bit, just ask your angels to, you know, wrap you in the white light, and that should help you as well, or before you go to sleep, you know, just to kind of calm your mind. But you are conferring here. Your guardian angel, your soul's hanging out with you as you're resting, as you're healing. But look at the unicorn, you know, leaping forward. Again, another stallion, but now we've got the wings, right? We've got the magic, the power, your power of manifestation, your willpower, because he's leaping this large gap, right? Almost at the end, right? Overcoming the gap, the leap of faith, the trust in self and the willpower and the belief that you can do it. You can heal, you can feel your best again. You'll be able to get back to your marathon training if you twisted your ankle maybe, right? So there's this beautiful leap forward here that you're both ready and waiting for, right? You really want to move forward now. It's almost like you're tired of healing, so like, let's get over this, right? We all reach that point. I myself am coming out of a sinus and chest cold, and like today is like, wow, I had a huge kind of coughing fit this morning, but I am, since then, it's been like hours of relief and I can breathe, and so I'm feeling like I've made that big leap, right? There's always a point where you cross and you just feel it. You just know, okay, I've made it, and now I just got like this last 1% to go. Okay, so you're outrunning whatever has held you back physically, emotionally, whatever's drained you, slowed you down, really. That's all it is, right? Because it's speed here. So whatever's slowed you down, you've outpaced it, right? Tortoise versus the hare, right? The hare has spun ahead of the tortoise here. Yeah, let's work our way around. Let's just go clockwise here. Okay, so imagination, you know, beautiful dreamers that you are, so vivid. This might have been a very vivid or profound enough that even as you're awake, in your waking state, it's still kind of on your mind. You can kind of hit replay, right, and rewatch it and be like, who was chasing me? And man, that was cool when I was driving that way. Interesting that it says weave here, because we have car chases and action flicks, and they have a lot of great adaptability, right? We see that, the way that they maneuver. So we've got good luck here in your adaptability, your flexibility, your imagination, so your approach to solutions. This is all willpower, right? You know, you delayed me in this route, so I'm going to find another way around. So you've got my lucky golden elephant here on your adaptability, congratulating you. Again, good luck, good favor. And then on your powers a manifestation. I was talking in the intro of how this is my golden opportunity. This is a choice that you make that's going to bring about good fortune for you. So, this is fortune after recovery. This is your desire to get back to work, and not only do you get back to work, but it comes with a new status or a new opportunity, a new challenge for you that you get to dive into right away, and that leads to this golden sort of future outcome for you, because the decision's happening. This is a decision that you're probably dreaming of now, probably planning, because you have this moment of repose here. Maybe that's why you're talking to your soul, right? Maybe this is your opportunity to do your soul purpose check-in, so that when you come out after recovery with your good luck, are you going to head down a different path? Are you going to approach your path a different way, right? They're encouraging adaptability here. Weave, adjust a little bit when you come back. Okay. Beautiful. Wish coming true. Star, look at you. You're doing a lot of work here in your dream state, or maybe daydreaming state. So here you're checking in with your soul. And you're talking about, what are my wants, my needs, my desires when I come out of this period. I'm about to take that big leap forward. This is you looking at your fate line, right? Looking at all your predestined opportunities and beautiful moments, and you're kind of redesigning it, right? Selecting again. Do I still want that? Now that I've know what I know and gone through what I have, right? You have a shedding of a skin, so a new iteration of self. So you're checking ahead here in your dream state. No wonder I only see you looking forward and peeking back, right? In order to, do I want to bring that forward with me? So you gotta just kind of check your mirrors for that reason. Is that an experience? Is that an emotion? Is that a connection that I want to bring forward here on this new path? Because look what it's leading up to, right? This choice leads to that good favor. And then you have your wise owl, your spirit animal here. Again, your soul with the white healing energy. A lot of spirituality here, a lot of faith in self to know that you can do it, right? What was the thing? Hold your head up, keep your head up. You can do it. So strong, you'll be able to do this, right? You will be able to do this. You will be able to capture and go after that dream. No wonder you're racing. No wonder you're going fast, you're flying. Who wouldn't want that dream? Right? We all want our dreams to come true. And now's your opportunity to bring it. Right? This redirection, when life pauses us, gives us an opportunity to reevaluate, shift our plans so that we stay on our true path, the one that we live authentically, right? Okay. So then we have speaking to your heart and mind. So what connects to your soul, right? Emotions. What fills your heart with joy and satisfaction, and you feel fulfilled in all areas of your life. And they chose the beautiful pink flower here. So this is a choice that you are making from your heart. This is the best intention decision for you, right? This choice. This choice is you putting yourself first. Maybe this was the learning experience of, nope, I'm going to live, right? I'm going to live authentically. That's why you need to reassess what you've planned for yourself. Now you can filter out, okay, I've learned the lesson and I can discard and get to this dream faster, right? Following your heart's desire. Now they have the pendulum. So in terms of emotions, working through anything, we know you're still healing. So as you work through, so this is a reminder, just go at your own pace. Everybody's going to have their own recovery period. Everybody's going to know at what point you're going to be prepared for that leap forward. Don't put any kind of time constraints, pressure on self. Like, just don't put any dates. Don't put any dates in your calendar of I will be fully healed by this date. I will be back to work on this date. I'm going to launch my new business on this date. Don't do any of that. Go at your own pace. Just take a step, a couple steps forward every day, right? Towards where your heart's guiding you right now. And it's sitting on passions. So it's definitely, you know, a true love that you're going after here. Something that fulfills you naturally. It's something you're already interested in, right? They always tell us, turn a passion into your profession, right? When you love something, money just flows into you easily, effortlessly, because people can see how much you love it. So, you know, you're kind of speeding here. Again, we've got our vehicle. So racing forward on your journey of following what delights your heart. You know, if you're a home chef that now wants to break out catering, when you're healed and ready, right? Maybe you, you know, slip and fell, so your arm's in a sling, so you can't chop food right now, you know, whatever it is. Once you're healed, then take this time now to plan what your business name is, all that kind of stuff, so you're ready to go. Okay, so the cards. Okay. Well, you're launching yourself forward here, but now you're not by yourself. You know, you've created, there's your power manifestation. So once your emotions and your healing is whole, so we've got the white and blue and beautiful harmony and balance, look at you creating your new world that you're walking into with golden good favor here. Money ready to pour down on you, right? Doing what you love, it flows in easily to you, like I said. But now you've got support, you've got a partner, you've got a community rallying and racing towards you. So that's what's behind you, is everybody's going to come buy your product. All your new team members, they're going to come racing in and wanting to follow your lead and be part of your team, be part of your world, right? This is like attracting like, or like attracting like. Very magical too with the carousel here. So, nice reminder that when we live authentically and true to our soul purpose, we pursue a passion, something that's authentically us, how effortlessly, you know, the universe kind of rewards us, how easy life feels when we're doing something that we love. So heal first. That's why we probably started down here, right? Heal first, plan, right? Put all your vision boards and all your end goals and outcomes on paper, or however you want to document it and frame it up. And then you come up here to, now we're feeling whole. I have perfect balance and harmony in both physical and emotional and spiritual health. And your new world launches forward, right? The running. Look, I even, the direction I put it in, it's past. So racing towards healing and then racing out on your new path. Beautiful. Being chased is not a nightmare scenario. Most nightmares aren't nightmares. First and foremost, they're usually messages like this. So I really like that for you all. So happy recovery, and I encourage you all and motivate you all to put your dream plans into action right now. Even if it's just daydreaming, right? Envision it. Let your soul, your conversation with your soul, see that. See what you want. Okay, group 2. Oh, I guess I should put that back where it was. Being late. All right, so group 2, you were dreaming about being late or constantly getting delayed so you can get forward to where you want to go or where you felt you needed to be in your dream, like a destination in mind or a sensation that you needed to move forward. Oh, we're on willpower here, so let's see here. Okay, just the one. Or the scenario could have been you're arriving somewhere and, you know, in your dream you don't know. You just walk in and all of a sudden everybody's complaining that you're late. And you're like, what? I just stepped into the scene. I don't even know what's going on yet. How can I be late? I don't even know what I'm late for. So it could be a level of confusion as well. So either frustration of not being able to get forward or possibly confusion. Wow, I don't know if you saw that, but my hand like got pushed down on that one. So they're definitely trying to shake something out of my hand here. But I can't open all my fingers because then everything will just come out. Oh, I guess that didn't matter. Okay. So let's hunt for the one they wanted. Just cleaning up here what they were telling me, or okay, they wanted the sloth. Okay. Now let's get the cards. Ooh. Whoa, whoa. Okay. I don't know why the angels are so forceful here with me. Maybe it's because it's being late. Like I said, there was delays, blocks. Like maybe you were walking into doors that were locked. I do that often in my waking life. For some reason, I was actually joking with my mom the other day, saying, I don't know why my intuition that I've worked so hard to develop never guides me away from the door that's locked. I always slam into it. So we were at the bank, we were at a retail store, and I kept going to the one that the location kept locked. So maybe that's what they're doing here by pushing my arm down and forcefully grabbing the cards out here. There's a lot of force, even the way I just pulled that one. There's more force up here. So maybe emotions are the outer force here at play, which is this reading is also about outer influences. Okay. A lot said there in the preamble. I hope not too many skip to the timestamp here, but oh well. They'll still receive the bulk of the messages. Being late, sensation of not being able to get forward, or like I was just saying, walking into locked doors. The Magician, but he feels frustrated, just like in the dream, the sensation I was feeling, right? This is the apprentice magician. This is the novice beginner magician, right? He's out in a field alone, trying to test out and figure out why. Like, why didn't that spell happen? We see that in movies like Harry Potter, right? When all the young wizards are learning. There's also a great Australian series. I can just see all the young sort of elves and wizards and whatnot in the library. Anyways, but you see this, right? You see the trial and error period that they go through, the growth period. So, you know, maybe you're putting frustrations on yourself because you feel like you should be further than you are now. A sensation of, I am good at this, why can't anybody see me? Maybe you've been training really hard and still not making, you know, the podium if you're trying to tackle some kind of goal like that. So there's this message here of it's okay to be in the beginner or novice stages, right? We all go through trial and error. Just keep at it, right? Just keep practicing. I'm going to go back to the intro. I'm going to go back to the song that they had me listen to right before I came here. And the words were, or the lyrics that kept repeating it near the end was, hold your head up, keep your head up, right? The novice, Magician, your powers of manifestation. Keep trying. Keep trying. So you're not late, you're learning. Not late, learning. Okay, where are we starting here? Okay, they're telling me to go clockwise like we did with the first group, so we're going to start right here. Willpower, well, there we go. I wasn't even paying attention. Willpower, learning. Where are we sitting on? Self-discipline, resiliency, and you're effing emotional about that. I'm a cursor. I love the F word, so but I know YouTube rules. But you're working yourself up. Right? Your angels here, they only bring out the big horns, the big noise, the gongs, when they're trying to wake you up. You know, maybe the last couple of weeks, you've been sleeping in until, you know, when the alarm gets louder and louder and louder. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, or maybe you're sleeping and someone's car alarm goes off. Maybe you've had that, a loud bang or noise waking you up, shaking you up out of your dream. You're being way too hard on yourself, right? You're way too emotional. You need to get into the willpower, determination, energy, not the frustration, not the, you know, we have emotional breakdowns, right? We'll cry, we'll scream. Wow, my throat right away. So they want you to release this. Guess what's on the other side? Golden ring, golden opportunity, right? Release the emotions, focus in here on the willpower energy, and you'll flip it. You're going to flip your emotions around to obtaining. So now you're winning, right? You're winning here, the golden ring, the golden opportunity. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. So we have the soul, your wise owl, the soul here, coming to talk to you in your dream, right? Little buddy system, your mentor, the master magician. So in your waking life, you might have that. You might have a confidant that you can go to that might have the expertise. I recently did that this week as well. I reached out to someone in my network that I knew would have the knowledge that I was seeking, and not only did they provide me the knowledge, but they provided me the motivation. They got me back into a creative mode, inspiration, because I dropped an idea they had. I was just like, I was thinking about this, and they got jazzed, they got inspired, and the feedback, you know, a 20-minute conversation led to flipping the frustration over, right? Flipping the ring over to opportunity. So your soul guiding you to these connections, or maybe your intuition lately has been encouraging you to talk to someone, reach out, right? You're learning. So go to a source of information, a source of inspiration for you. Okay. So moving around, we've got higher self here. And we have soul and divine connection. And we've got a beautiful new start, but look at this is my magical leaf, right? This is the trial and error. This is going this path. Oh, that didn't quite work. Let's reiterate. That's what each branch here, each swirl. The trial and the learning. The trial and the learning. But it's all progressive. You're continuing in the same direction here. And it's an inspired path because it's my golden leaf here. So strong encouragement from your intuitive self, from your spiritual entourage. It's like this that you're chasing, that you desire, it definitely speaks to you, right? It's a personal passion, something that you just know that you want to do, that you need to do. Yeah, look at all your dreams, right? You got to collect these, give them more shape. It's too fluid right now, right? Your magic's a little loose here. So tighten up your vision, tighten up your manifestation. Some areas you have, but there's still some details, right? Reach out, get the, explore, right? Explore, see how you can form these elements. And here you are conferring as well, down here. Talking, sharing, collaborating, collecting, researching, doing that kind of work, because it's fueling your strategy, it's fueling your passion for this, it's fueling your motivation to continue pursuing it. Because look how the roses here are blossoming behind you. And then here's all the nuggets, all the extra info they're imparting to you. Okay. Now emotions, so coming all the way around, we have a transformation here, feeling heard. So you must be embracing more self-belief, embracing, and maybe that's why you're so frustrated that you're not further along here, maybe, because you're seeking this transformation. You're going to be seen, you're going to be heard, for the version of you want to kind of display. Actually, that's feeling, I don't know why you've been kind of hiding. Maybe you've been hiding this side of you, a lot of creative pursuits or new pursuits, right? Until we are expert at it, sometimes we don't show it or share it. So we may not show our first doodles when we're an artist, or play the first song we learn on a guitar, right? But there's encouragement here to go ahead and do that again. Share where you're at so far, because you're stuck here. Speaking to the heart and mind, whatever you're pursuing, you've slowed down a little bit here, right? The sloth is just moving along, slowly moving forward, not feeling the momentum, right? The being late, right? I want to cross the street, but for some reason I'm still stuck on the other side of the road. That kind of feeling. So that's the energy you're in. You're trying to force forward this major transformation, so it's affecting your emotions here. Your heart is going big and then small again. So you're inspired and then you're demotivated. You feel like you've made momentum and then something happens. You know, you lose track of days. You don't get back to something for a couple weeks and now you're angry with self. So they want you to get steady here in the heart. Don't keep going on this emotional kind of ride yo-yo, right? Stay steady, focus. Okay. Yeah, look at your group here, your community, your family, your friends, coworkers, you know, whoever you're reaching out to, your network here, whoever you share it with, all of them respond so positively and they're sharing back. And every time they share back to you, the feedback builds you more and more and more, right? They're keeping you fueled here. It's keeping you stocked. It's helping you bring your dream to full fruition here, right? They're building the full moon. It's coming to be. It looks like you are correct in that you're sort of maybe spinning the wheels a bit because you're missing the support that the universe here wants you to tap into. Don't always feel like you need to do everything on your own, right? Look at you out there. You've opened the doors, you've put your lights on, right? You're signaling and you're just waiting for your friends to arrive, your supporters to arrive, and they do. And quickly, right? Rabbits. Hop to it. Hop on to it. Come right into you. So that's a nice dream. So not a nightmarish, like that reoccurring staircase, right? That you don't get off of. Again, it's just like the spinning of the wheel, right? And it seems like it's just emotional. If you can kind of get out of your own way and seek these supporters, these confidants. They're gonna get you inspired, get you moving forward again, and this transformation is gonna blossom, right? Be heard, share that you're transforming right now. Okay, so group number 2, we're gonna head into group number 3 now. So if you also felt attuned or attracted to dream number 3, come on the journey with me. Otherwise, I'll see you at the next dream reading. Okay. Oh, I didn't take the charms off. Oops, okay, so we've got the card. I don't know why it won't go up until I flip it. And being alone. All right, so group number 3, you were attracted to the 3rd card, maybe it's just the 3rd card, or the fact that the angels were grouping you under being alone. So in your dream, you were just solo. So you were adventuring, traveling, sitting, whatever, by yourself. Or you were wishing, hoping for that. So you were in maybe a chaotic scene or just a noisy, busy scene with a desire of wanting to be alone. So we'll get into the charms here. We'll see what areas this is speaking to. Sort of what your energies are. Yeah, I thought we were sitting here on imaginations. Still feel movement. Okay. Felt like I went too fast there. And that's why I looped back. Okay. I'm just hovering here. Last bit of movement, I think. Yep. Okay, so let's do the cleanup. Okay, kind of sitting on either side of the line here. Okay, they want it touching both, so I'll leave it touching both. All right, so let's get the cards that go along with it for the messages. Oh, jeez. Well, we're the 3rd reading in, so the cards are probably like, you don't need to shuffle us much. Since I spread the cards anyways and dig out the ones that they want me to. Okay, just wasting time, Ashley. All right. Go. They want me back over here. All right. So group 3, reading number 3, dreamers dreaming of being alone or wanting to be alone. So we have the card you're drawn to. I kept saying, every time I was saying, if you're not alone, you're surrounded by people or in an environment where you just want to be alone. And I love the gazes of these cats right now as it aligns with the being alone sensation, the desire to be alone. Because look how they're all just looking at you like, why don't you want to celebrate your birthday, right? Why, please blow the candles out. Like, we're here to cheer you up. This kitty almost looks like he has his paws up on the glass panes of a window, right? Kind of looking in, checking in on you. It could be like a bowl of soup. So I don't know if lately you've been under the weather and you just have people kind of wishing you well and checking up on you and that kind of sense as well. And since you are, sick and recovering, you're like, I just want to be alone right now. I don't want to be answering a bunch of text messages, but it's all good intention here. But there's also a message here. If you're feeling like you're alone, you've got a welcome party here, right? They've got the cake ready. They're waiting to like surprise you. They've got the welcome home banner, the streamers, the celebration. So there's encouragement to reach out, and you won't be alone. Just reach out, and your welcome parties that are waiting for you. Okay, where do we want to start? I'm going to start here on sense of oneness, since we are alone. So right now, you might not be physically alone, but you feel alone. So whether that's your sense of identity, it could be, right? You're trying to find your community, and maybe you feel like you don't fit in. It could be your sense of purpose, and you're looking and seeing everybody else seems to be happy or progressing in life, and maybe you feel like you're not, right? Again, alone. But you've got this bunch of bananas, which is reminding you, similar to the message in the card here, that you're not alone. You are a part of something, an important part, right? You can't have a bunch of bananas without you being a part of that. This is also like nurturing self as well. So making sure you're caring for yourself, pouring positivity into your heart, but nutrition into the soul and physical body. Okay. Now it's interesting that they're repeating the 3 people, right? 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, almost seated in the same triad here with you at the center, right? Your spiritual entourage, your spirit, your guardian angel, your physical individuals in your life that provide you spiritual support, emotional support, all focused in here on you and what areas they can support and how you're doing. And then here you've got, again, your physical entourage, your network, your friends, your family, your co-workers, all checking in on you as well. Happy, more than happy to have tea time, coffee time, socialize. So glad you came out, right? These 2 women, so glad you came to visit us. So if you're thinking about, or if you think, oh, you know, I'm someone that when I reach out, everybody says no. There's such an overwhelming, we're so glad to hear from you. Now, they're also pausing me because if you've been struggling with, maybe it's like lack of employment, because they keep seeing you like joining a new team, a new company. This building back here feels new, a new community. Maybe you moved and you're starting to meet your neighbors. Could be that as well. But you're joining your community here. There's good favor. It's coming. If it's not already in motion, you're going to put it in motion. The universe is going to put it in motion, right? Your spiritual entourage here at work. So you're not alone. You're not isolated. You're the only group I'm going counterclockwise here, which is interesting. So we have imagination, and on that they put the little family tree. So you've planted a seed here that's already grown. Maybe you don't see that. Maybe that's why you've self-isolated a bit. Maybe you've been focused on a project, focused on healing. Maybe you don't realize how far ahead you are. You know, it's time to branch out and start sharing, start communicating what you've been up to, what you've been doing. Tap into this family network that you have of all your close confidants. This is your inner circle. So being vulnerable and letting them know what you've been up to, right? Your imagination. I've been dreaming about this. I'm thinking about doing that. I've already started this. Because your decision's already been made. You're going to pursue this path, but they're encouraging you to open up here. So we have power of visualization. And we've got the strawberry. So this is feeding, right? Feeding that idea. Maybe you need to open up. Maybe you're similar to card number 2, group number 2. It was all about starting to share with others in order to get the positive feedback and the extra ideas, the support to complete a task, right? The momentum, the fuel, the, the, the food here, the fuel, to keep you going, to sustain you, and bringing this visualization to life here. One of the very first times this card has come out in a general public reading. It's a beautiful card. Look at your contemplative state here, right? Writer's block, creative block. You've reached a step that you need some support here on. It's just advice, right? How do I go at a different angle, or I can't decide between A, B, and C idea, so I just need to bounce this off some people. Because here's your bubbles, right? Your bubbles of idea. And the bird here is looking at them with you, conferring, helping you to continue forward here. But whatever you're working on, it's part of a soul purpose, part of a greater scheme for you, a major passion that you have, maybe a dream that you've had all your life that you're saying, I'm going to pursue this now. But I'm struggling with seeing it clearly, right? Am I missing something? Have I thought of everything? So time to confer, time to start seeking out some confidants here. You're not alone. Oh, put it on top of the thing. So you have intuition, deeper wisdom, touching self-discipline and resiliency here, and it's building blocks. So intuitively, right, deep down inside, you know that you can move forward if you just bring in these little injections of help here to get you to that next block, right? Self-discipline, resiliency, endurance. You know where you need to go. You've got the path plotted out here. You just need help putting these steps in. I'll put it this way because you're going counterclockwise, so we'll read it upright here. So again, I guess I should have read that charm with this group. But maybe it's a bridge, right? The blocks here, it's a bridge up here to this group. So in your willpower section, we have courage to maybe reach out for help. Maybe you're someone who's a very independent spirit, or you feel like you're not ready yet to share, but you're definitely at the point here to have the courage to seek. Again, the glasses here, seeking different perspectives, seeking insights, seeking expertise, information, help seeing something in a different way, in a different manner, right? So courage to open yourself up to that, be open-minded to that. And then I, which is your true self, so your spirit self. We have center of pure awareness. And you know you need to be vulnerable. That's what this leaf is. You need to be true to yourself. You need to be open and honest that you're in a fragile early stage, right? Early stage of whatever this big step is in your life when you're communicating. So courage to be vulnerable, to welcome in different perspectives, point of views, some help here. Yeah, the world is your oyster here, right? You've got a big landscape here that you know you want to join. And maybe here's your attempts. There's those coffees, right? There's those little coffee cups. So maybe you tried seeking help before, didn't really turn out, didn't really pan out, so you're a little bit anxious, nervous to reach out and try again. So you're just kind of sitting a bit, a little stuck again. We've got that sitting, contemplative, which is why people are checking in, especially your soul self here. Like, why are you stopped? What can we do to encourage them on? Who do we need to bring into their thoughts, right? Who do we need to get them to start thinking about, or can we coordinate them running into someone at a store? So you intuitively know in your core that you need to reach out again. It'll do nothing but serve you to the best intent. And then look at you here strategizing, 2 foxes. This is creativity, inspiration, strategy, solutions, and you're conferring with them, right? From your network, you've plucked, you've looked through your Rolodex here, and you're like, ah, this one, and they help you, right? Your buddy system, your buddy system. So there's someone out there, but you need to be willing. But look how you're whispering in the woods here, right? Your vulnerability. It's okay to be selective of who you share things with. It's okay to ask them to, keep it just between the two of you before you break out into the larger pool, right? Into the larger world, into the big community. Keep this hush hush between us. I just need your help in this area. And they'll do it. They're more than happy to do it because they're celebrating you here. So I encourage you, your dreams are encouraging you. Go forward with this, but be willing, and I know you know, but be willing to reach out and say, I need help with this, whatever this is for you.